This is the 30-minute ES chart. The ribbons on the bottom of the screen are the master planet that controls the activity of the ES. So what I'm looking at here, you can see the three panels that are marked A1, A2, and A3. This is very similar concept to the 4-minute rainbow chart that I normally show in the videos. This one I show once in a while to kind of keep this in the background. It gives me the slightly bigger picture, and then using this as reference to trade off of the smaller time frame. A couple things I want to point out here have to do with the timing windows and the angles that I have on this chart. But before I get into that, I have altered the price lines a little bit here based on the last few days of action. I think on Monday I showed this chart and had a series of price levels to look at for the upcoming couple days, which are now the last couple of days where this trading activity is in. Anyhow, I've moved these a little bit. They're very close to where they were, but you can see how almost all the important pivots are working off of these lines or these areas where we have these little clusters. So you can see where the overhead is at. Now I had projected a high for the 14th, was looking for the market to reverse on the daily bar frame. We got one down day on the 15th. The high came the 14th. We had a down day on the 15th. On the 16th, we had an inside bar basically on the reaction. If you're thinking about this in terms of daily bars, on the 16th, we were in this area here, and we made a slightly new high yesterday. We broke through on the retest. It was a false break. Then we traded back down to this level here, down around 58.80. 58.78 to 82 area. So that's where we found support and bounced back up. Anyhow, these price levels are still valid for today. So these are the main support and resistance. Now, when looking at these ribbons, our short-term pivots come in the white and green blocks on the A1. But short-term pivots on this chart is what I'm referring to. Now in the A2 panel, we're zoomed out. It's a little bit bigger. And what we're looking at there is this is where we get our key intra-week pivots. And then on the bottom panel, A3, when we get a bright green or white zone on the A3, that gives us an indication where we're going to get what's usually a good turning point on a daily bar reference. So let's look at the A2 panel and concentrate on that. I'm not going to look at the smaller pivots on the A1. I showed some of those highlighted on the video earlier this week. So if you want to see what those look like, go back and look at that video. But I want to point out the A2 ribbon specifically, and what I've done on the A2 ribbon, we've got the bright green window here on the 25th, 26th of September. So I projected that up using the highlight tool built into Ninja to show that price action in that window. Now, looking at the three bright green windows that I've got highlighted on this chart, what happened? We've got high. We had a key intra-week high here on September 26th. Market traded down. We had a key intra-week low on October 3rd. So we actually made the low on the 2nd, retested that low here on the 3rd, retested that low again here on the 7th. But the key intra-week low came on the 3rd, and that's where we had the most significant reaction, which went right up to that white window. Now the last near window was from yesterday, where we had this high here in this window. So notice how in the bright green blocks we went high, low, high on an intra-week level. Now the white blocks have been kind of the reactionary highs, where you see we made high in the green, we traded down, we made a reversal right at the beginning of the white window, then made an important intra-week high in that window also, but not the important intra-week high, which came in the green window. Now on the next white window on October 4th, we made the low on the 3rd, we traded up, and we made the high on the 4th in that window. So we had price and time right here at the end of that window, and that set up this good reversal back down. And then we've got an important white window coming up on the 21st. So we've had that high came yesterday. So we'll see how this action plays out today. Then Monday we're going to be looking for an important high or low in that white window. Now for these angles, these are the important angles where the market has been trading in on that current uptrend that just kind of broke down 2 days ago. These two key angles are coming off these lows. These are 1x2 angles, but they're not strict 1x2s based on a 1x1 of a 45. These are based off what the market is telling us. So you can see that that first angle, it didn't do much till this trend started to develop, but then it became critical resistance points on the way up. Then the second angle was the angle of support. You can see it was breached, and then we traded below that angle, regained it, and now we're below it again. So took a significant low between this low and this high in this uptrend. This was the significant reaction in the downtrend. So I took this area and made a 1x4 angle, and that's the area that catches the low. And this is our key support right now as this market is moving up. So what we're looking to see what happens is the market either moves up back toward this angle or comes down here for support. Those are going to be tradable levels to work from. If this angle breaks, then we're going to run a half angle off of this angle, and that's going to be our next key level of support. So this is kind of what I'm looking at and how to use these tools to get a little bit of higher time frame view from the 4-minute chart. And this gives you very good timing on the bright green and the white windows to find these important points for these key intra-week pivot areas.